Don't you know that you're a grown-up? No games, no punts. Not allowed if you're a grown-up.
Hello there, and welcome to GenXGrownUp. I'm George, and I am a GenXGrownUp. Welcome to the only episode where everything's made up and the point.
No, that's whose line is it anyway?
Whose line is it anyway?
Take two.
I'm George, and I am a GenXGrownUp. Welcome to GenXGrownUp. This is another episode of Comic.
No, that's that Kevin Smith show. Take three.
Okay, well, I'm George. I'm a GenXGrownUp, and I got another drone in. We're gonna do a GenXGrownUp
Unboxening
and a GenXGrownUp drone flight test and review. We got the UDI U845 Voyager drone. I know it says Predator on the box, but this is actually the Voyager Hexacopter drone. What we should do is unbox it, take a look at all the different pieces in there, then take it. We're going to fly this one both inside and outside, and then afterwards we'll do a follow-up where I give it some ratings both for the components in the box and the flight itself. UDI always gives you a really nice box, as you can see, but I am a little bit confused. So this is the UDI Voyager FPV Hexacopter drone, but you'll notice that they call this the Predator 1 here on the box. I started looking around, and up here on the very top, I don't know if you can see that, but it's the UDI Voyager U845 drone. Definitely says the Predator 1. I'm going to call it the UDI Voyager because that's what I bought it as. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got everything in here. We've got some manuals. So we've got a lot of different stuff. I'm going to put this all to the side and we can look at things one at a time. So the first thing that I always pull out of every drone box that I do are the instruction manuals and the user guides, the quick user guides. UDI does a really good job with these. You'll notice that they have a lot of really easy and simple to follow instructions. They have QR codes in them for downloading the apps for the Android and iOS phones. They talk to you about how to charge your drone battery, the controller, what the different sticks do. We've got a little gift bag, it looks like, with some extra pieces. All right, okay, well, that's nice. Our extra battery. These batteries look to be LiPo 350 mAh. We've got our standard charger. All right, and we've got some extra props. And since this is not a quadcopter, it's a hexacopter, we have 6 extra propellers instead of just 4. Inside the main package, we've got another battery, another LiPo battery, very nice. Here we have the controller. Kind of a Spartan controller, although it does look like it's got a nice little backlit LCD screen, so that'll be nice. Got the on-off switch. We've got trim, probably headless and speed modes on a couple of these. I'm going to guess that these are the trims over here, and this is probably the headless and speed mode. We've got your throttle stick. That's why it's kind of loose, you'll notice. Doesn't have a snap back to center function like the other one does. We've got the yaw on this one as well. This is going to be pitch forward, pitch back, and then bank left, bank right. UDI has included another sunshade so that when you have your cell phone up here in the cell phone holder, you can take this outside and it keeps all the glare off your screen, so it's much easier to see while you're flying. Here's the main component. We've got the UDI Voyager Hexacopter, the U845 model. All right, so we've got the battery compartment right here. That's where those MAH 350s are going to go. Does have the camera on the bottom. Now this is the same camera I noticed right away that's on the Predator model, so it's not going to have a huge amount of tilt, probably 30 or 40 degrees, but it does have a camera and it does have tilt function, which is nice. All right, well, there you have it. This is everything that comes inside the package for the UDI Voyager. I want to point out something on the manual that I hadn't noticed until just now. It actually says Voyager on the manual, U845. So I'm not really sure what was going on with the box, but at least we know we got the package that we ordered. The only thing left now is to get this sucker up in the air and see what she can do. Okay, so we've got power to the UDI Voyager U845. Let's take her up in the air and see how she does. Okay. Very stable flight. Not having to stay on the throttle very much, I notice. Nice spins. Yeah, this is actually really nice. Whoa! So we can crash good. Alright. Let's see how Munchkin likes her. Whoa! Little temperamental. You got to be really careful on the stick with this one. Munchkin, what do you think? Not terribly interested, huh? Alright. Well, it's definitely a winner indoors. I'm in a small space here in my living room, but it's definitely a nice drone. I can see that it's got a lot of control. Let's see how she does outside. This is supposed to be one of those drones that can fly either inside or outside, so let's see how she does. Okay, so it's a beautiful sunny day out here in front of my house. Let's see how this UDI U845 drone flies outside. Wow. She's as stable outside as she was inside. That's really rare for a drone. It's not often that you find one you can fly both indoors and outside. Very nice on the speed. Climb is nice. Alright. Got to be a little careful on that throttle. She's a little slow to respond. It's more like piloting a boat than driving a car. But she's not affected terribly by the wind so far. Of course, it's not very windy out here today. I'm really enjoying this little drone. I'm guessing that it's because of the extra 2 propellers that gives her that extra stability. She doesn't drift. That's the one thing I find a lot in some of the cheaper quadcopters that I've had. They, tend to drift quite a bit and you have to stay on the stick, which shortens the battery life. The more you use the throttles and the sticks, the battery life is going to go. Now, I didn't put a full charge on this drone, so we're going to go ahead and bring her down. This was the charge right out of the box. And you can hear that the controller is also talking about the batteries on the drone being drained, which is a nice feature. That way you can hear it so you can fly the drone back to you before you lose it when it just takes off on you if you lose connection or the battery dies. Well, there you have it. That's the UDI U845 Voyager drone. So let's get straight into our ratings. For the first category, we're going to go with package contents. So this is all the different things that came with the Voyager drone, the extra propellers, the controller, 2 batteries, the charger, all the different little things, the instruction manuals, which had the download codes for the Android apps and the iOS apps. I'm going to go ahead and give the package contents a 4 out of 5 props rating. So next up is stability. This drone flew extremely well. It was very easy to get this drone up in the air without hardly any fight. It went up, it hovered very nicely as you saw in the videos. The drone itself is extremely stable, so I'm going to say 4 out of 5 props for stability. And maneuverability, this drone, it wasn't, a super fast moving all around type of drone. This is definitely more of a hover and get your still frame pictures and videos type of drone. For maneuverability, I'm going to go with probably 3 out of 5 props. It's a good drone. It hovers well, it maneuvers around. You're not going to win any races with this drone, obviously. The controller is a little Spartan. It's not quite as nice as the Predator drone, which this one tried to call itself on the box. But all in all, it's a decent controller. It does have the backlit LCD screen, which is nice. A lot of drones in this cost range don't come with that. So it is nice for them to have that. I'm going to give the controller 3 out of 5 props. For the Android app, I went ahead and downloaded the QR code to my phone after the flight test and took a look around. It's the standard UDI, very well put together, very responsive to the camera and the Wi-Fi signal that the drone puts out. It does have a little bit of sluggishness as far as response time is concerned. You lift the drone up a little bit in the air and then the camera kind of follows behind as far as the signal on the phone. I wouldn't suggest flying this first-person view, although You know, they show on the Amazon website and in the manual that of course you can fly it that way. I personally wouldn't do it. You're gonna be flying up and then the camera's gonna catch up and you're gonna get lost. You're gonna end up crashing into something or losing your drone altogether. I'm gonna give the Android app 3 out of 5 props. Flight time is my next category. I was a little disappointed with this drone. I know the batteries are on the small side, the 350 mAh batteries. It did come with 2 of them, so it was okay to charge them back and forth, but in order to really enjoy this drone, I'm going to end up buying some extra batteries. I found a thing on Amazon. I'll put it in the description down below. The 2 batteries that came with this drone, I fully charged both batteries, and I still only got, I didn't get anything more than like 7 minutes worth of flight time out of the drone. They really should have given us a little bit bigger of a battery. It would have been easy for the size of the battery, 500 or even 600 mAh in there, and given us 10 to 12 minutes worth of flight time. So because of that, the flight time is only going to get 2 out of 5 props. Now, I found this drone on Amazon. I found a couple of packages out there. There's one package for $49, and that comes with 1 battery. Then there's another package for $64 that comes with an extra battery. Given the flight time and the batteries and everything like that, you're gonna have to get that 2 battery package. If you get the 1 battery package, you're gonna fly for 5 or 6 minutes, and then you're gonna have 20 minutes to half an hour worth of downtime for charging. And it's not nearly gonna be as much fun as if you have a second battery ready to go. I'd like to give it more because it is a fun drone, but I can't go any better. If the price point was a little bit lower, say maybe in the $40 range, anywhere from $50 to $64, I can't give it any more than 3 props out of 5. All right, so I've got a new category that I want to start adding to these drone videos because I think it's really important, because it's the entire reason why I fly drones and why I enjoy them so much. I'm going to call this category Fun Ability. So my Fun Ability category encompasses how much fun the drone was to fly, how easy it was to get it up in the air so there isn't a lot of barriers to your first flight. I want this drone, or any drone that I purchase in this category, to be able to plug in and go right away. I don't want to have to worry about setting up and calibrating and, oh, the batteries don't charge or aren't charged, I have to wait an hour. I want to be able to take this out of the package and go. So this drone definitely lives up to that. You take it right out, you can start flying it right away, as you saw in the video. When I flew that one indoors, that was no more than 10 minutes after I unboxed it. Because of that, I'm going to give this drone, the UDI U845 Voyager, 4 out of 5 props for fun ability. Okay, so let's take all those numbers, we're going to mash them around together, we're going to stick them in a calculator, and then we're going to pull out that average. Comes back with an average score of 3.25 props out of 5. So that's 3.25 props out of 5 for the UDI U845 Voyager drone. Hey, thanks for watching. Remember to click subscribe and enable those notifications so you won't miss our next video. And we want to know what you think, so leave your comments below, click like, and share this video with your friends wherever you hang out online. See you guys next time.
Don't you know that you're a grown up? No games, no puns. Not allowed if you're a grown up. No more watching shows till